The show from House Oversight and Accountability, Congressman Andy Biggs. Congressman, thank you so much for being here tonight. And this is why this is important as far as I'm concerned. I'm just going to remind our viewers, Special Counsel Hur was interviewing Biden. He was investigating his handling of classified documents. That is important because we've got a similar parallel narrative with President Trump that's going to come down the pike after he gets through his New York trial. A couple of things could happen here. The Democrats are arguing if you get your hands on the audio, Jim Jordan, you're going to alter it, you're going to splice it up, and you're going to take it out of context. But on the other side of the coin, you could say, well, if you're truly having the transcript and the audio match, then why would you be afraid to hand it over? It appears that, and if we recall, during that transcript when it was released, we got a very, very distorted picture of President Biden's memory. And that was really the problem there, that he's got major mental issues. In fact, that his mental health, let's call it, is in a state of decline. It seems like the Republicans are trying to go after that because they think there could be more in there that would indicate he's got problems. And this is a man that's running, Congressman, for the President of the United States again.
Yeah, Jackie, that's exactly right. So think about it. The challenge is to his mental acuity. That's the question. And Special Counsel Hur declined to bring charges, not because he didn't find that there was criminal misconduct, but that he had found that his mental acuity had degraded so much that the jury would say, well, he's just a harmless old man. And so he wondered about the ability to convict before a jury. Now, that's a prosecutorial decision. But what is necessary for us as we go forward is to determine, with an audio recording, you could determine the accuracy of Mr. Hur's portrayal. And that allows us to determine the mental acuity of the President of the United States, who's essentially making decisions that could take us into World War III, the border, everything. And the reality is for them there is no argument to be made that we're going to doctor an audio, because ostensibly they gave us the transcript of the recording.
Right.
Give us the recording now, and if they don't match up, then there's a real problem there. But it'll allow us to see how Biden's abilities.
To your point, if they do match up, Congressman, then nobody can take anything out of context. So what are they afraid of? This is all happening at the same time that James Comer is subpoenaing the White House for more bank records to look into some of the business dealings of the family. And they're saying, oh, no, we're not going to hand them over. If you didn't do anything, why wouldn't you hand it over? I mean, there are so many instances where we see this happen time and time again. We are out of time, but we are going to follow what happens with Merrick Garland, and we'll have you back soon.
Thanks, Jackie.